Hey everybody, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Hello. Welcome to a new week of video myths. This week we're focusing on the last quarter of the school. So moms and dads that are watching, I want to know, are your kids back from spring break? Have they started the final 9 weeks? Or maybe, depending at your school, your kids have trimesters, something a little different. I want to know, are your kids towards the end of the school year? Because I got to tell you, here where I am in the States, in Kansas, we are counting down the days until summer break. It feels like it's gone really, really fast, but at the same time, I know that these next 9 weeks can be super tough. And that's why we are diving into this particular myth, the idea that your teens can just coast. And I gotta tell you, unfortunately, your teens probably feel this way, and that's why I want to address it. Before we start talking about this, do know I have a pretty awesome Facebook group. And if you're not already a member, you're missing out. I would love to have you in the group called Teaching Teens to Love Learning. All you gotta do to join us, click the link in the description. So let's talk about it. This myth. Why is it a myth? Well, I can tell you that the last 9 weeks of the school year are going to go really fast. They're going to be full of a lot of important information. There's going to be finals. There's probably going to be midterms, most likely. Parents, if you have college kids, high school kids, they've already taken their midterms, most likely before spring break. But do know this is the time of the year when the teachers are scrambling. Okay. They have figured out which standards they haven't covered yet. They've learned and hopefully decided over spring break which concepts they haven't gotten to yet. So, unfortunately, this time of year is generally very, very action packed. Okay, so when it comes to the curriculum, when it comes to material your teens need to learn, things to complete, homework to do, there's going to be lots. So, that is a huge reason why this is not a myth. Teens come back from break, they are just ready to go back on another vacation, and it's not going to happen for a while. Okay, so that is information point number one for you is just know teachers have lots to get through in a very short amount of time. So that's why your teens can't coast. So how do we help them? What's something your teens need to do? That's what I want to talk about next. Before I do, if you're just now joining us, I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. So make sure you're a subscriber, make sure you're a follower of Ace Cookie Tutoring. So your teens want to coast, but there's not going to be another break. Now, depending on what school your teens go to, they might have something off around Easter break. They might get Good Friday off. They might have some kind of in-service day. Most likely, though, your kids are in it for the long haul. That's part of what makes these weeks so difficult, is they're used to having Thanksgiving break and, winter break, and they're used to having spring break and teacher conferences and possibly snow days. Most likely, none of that is going to happen between now and summer. So that is a reason teens start getting stressed out. That's why you, moms and dads, start feeling worn out because your kids are worn out. So I want your teens to be mentally prepared to give it their all this last quarter. Because pretty much this is it. If your teens are at a school where they're really, really lucky and they are in a class that goes all year, so maybe they took Algebra 1 first semester and second semester, they might be at a school where they get to average their grades between semester 1 and semester 2. One of my current tutoring students had an okay grade. I mean, we didn't do well in the final, unfortunately, so he's right there on the border of a C or D. If he gets, a B this semester, we're going to have a strong C for the class for his freshman transcript. Obviously, I want it better for him, but he's just glad to be hopefully passing, to be done with it and never have to think about Algebra 1 again. So if that's where your teen's at, if he's lucky enough to be at a school that they're going to be averaged, that's part of the reason these next 9 weeks are so important. If you've got a kiddo that's a senior, there's so much extra stuff happening for you guys. And especially if it's your first senior, you are probably feeling extremely overwhelmed right now. And if you're feeling that way, just think about your teens. There's graduation. There's all the things that go with graduation. The invites, the party, the gown, all of that stuff, let alone the life stuff. Okay. The where am I going to college? Where am I going to trade school? Where am I going to live? What am I going to do this summer? What's going to happen in the fall? Because it's going to be different than anything that's ever happened before. So no matter if you've got a high school senior, maybe even a college senior, because that's a whole nother situation. College seniors are focused this time of year on jobs. They're focused on interviews. They're focused possibly on moving if they've got a new job set up. Just know there's so much stuff happening this semester. So that is why I highly encourage your teens not to coast. Okay, help them feel prepared, help them be prepared. I would encourage one of the very first things to do is look at a calendar and decide what's happening when. Does your teen have a bunch of sports coming up? Does your teen have a bunch of school activities coming up? Is there some big project the teacher's been sitting on all semester, maybe all year? Maybe there's something that can only happen in the spring once the weather's warm and they get to go outside. Just know that your teens cannot coast. It is a huge, huge, huge myth that unfortunately comes as a very rude awakening to a lot of students this time of year, especially to my parents of 8th graders, to my parents of 9th graders, and definitely my parents of seniors in high school and college, especially if it's your first child in that position. So I'm here to help. I want you in my Facebook group so you can get the advice you need to make this quarter pretty awesome. So if you're not already a member of Teaching Teens to Love Learning, I encourage you to click the link in the description and join us. All you got to do to join is click the link, answer a couple questions, and you'll be in. So I want to see you in that group so I can help you help your teens have a pretty awesome semester and an awesome quarter. And, let's figure out what is missing, how I can help. So guys, keep an eye on this channel on YouTube and on Facebook for videos this week all about the last quarter. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome night, and I'll see you in the group very soon.